Down the street from my house about 4 years ago, three little girls and their grandparents died on Christmas morning. They were doing some renovations and they took out their traditional detectors. And it just points out how absolutely important it is to raise awareness to detection.
I do not know you, but I am your brother.
You do not know me, but I am your protector.
I will run into a burning building to save your life.
Though I do not know your name, I will take a bullet for you.
Though we've never met,
I believe in duty
and sacrifice of self.
Your family is my family.
Is my family. Your life is my duty.
What's going on, guys? Time for a special episode of Behind the Uniforms Friends, Family, and Supporters episode. I've got this guy Marc with me. Tell them all who you are.
So I'm Marc Tolan. I'm the founder of a company called Safer Alarms, and we're about to launch some fire detection products. Will be everywhere you shop, coming at the end of the first quarter here.
So a few weeks ago, we dropped our episode of The Real Man Show where we were in a live building burn pretending to be firefighters for the day. And one of the things that you addressed with me and brought up is that by the time there's smoke, often it's too late. So why don't we start with sort of a difficult story of what inspired the plan behind this company?
So for 40 years, we've been detecting the derivative of fire, smoke. But as you say, it's the smoke that kills you. So I was helping a company in carbon monoxide detection before it was mandated to bring their products to market. And one of the issues was in the due diligence process, what makes your sensor better than their sensor? Why do you do it? And when you realize our smoke detectors are in the middle of the ceiling in the hallway, but fires begin in specific locations. Your Christmas tree, your kitchen, your washer dryer in the laundry room, and your electrical. That's really the main cause of home fires. So I was able to put together an idea at first, and then we were able to get patent pending technology where we separated the sensor unit from the alarm unit and we communicate wirelessly. So our products allow the consumer for the first time to place our sensors right in harm's way, right where we know fires begin. And then when it detects a rapid rate of rise in temperature at that location, we instantaneously send our wireless signal to the remote, which is in a safe traditional location.
But Marc, even before the technology of this and before you started coming up with the what, there was a why. There was a story that you shared with me that sort of impacted you.
Right, and you read about these horrible stories, these tragedies, and I'm from Stamford, Connecticut, and down the street from my house about 4 years ago, three little girls and their grandparents died on Christmas morning. They were doing some renovations and they took out their traditional detectors. And it just points out how absolutely important it is to raise awareness to detection. Any detectors would have saved them, but what we've done is we've made our detectors location specific. So it's not just a detector that you've had for 15 years in the ceiling that you never even think about. Our products and our message, and why I'm so glad you have me here today, is to raise awareness. And even if you don't buy our products, just if this can get out and it reminds somebody to change the batteries in those old smoke detectors, that's enough to save lives.
What do we have? Show me this ball.
So this is our Safer Home Alarm, which is a system, and this is our sensor that you place right above an outlet. It's got power strips on the back. You put a battery in it, you stick it right on the wall above an outlet where you'd have a power strip. So let's say it's in the nursery. Underneath that crib, you're going to have a humidifier, baby monitor, infrared, all that stuff, but you don't necessarily have a detector in that room. So when you shut that door to the baby's nursery, you're putting a barrier between that smoke detector and your child. This goes right above the outlet, and then you put this where you know you're going to hear it. This is the remote alarm, and you put it right where you know everybody's going to hear it. So in this business, faster detection is safer detection. So you can put 4 units all around your house where we know fires begin. Kitchen, that's the number one. What's the first thing you do when you burn the toast on Sunday morning? You take the battery out of that kitchen smoke detector. You can blow cigar smoke at this all day long, nothing's going to happen. If there's a rapid rise in temperature, if the fire begins at that location, we got you. Same thing with the laundry room. You don't put smoke detectors in laundry rooms or bathrooms because of humidity levels.
Got it.
You're allowed to place our sensors. It's a heat sensor right in that harm's way. And as a system approach, we get you out of the house faster. So why risk smoke inhalation when now with these products you don't have to?
Well, and the impact too on the methodology that firefighters use to battle that blaze is very different when they know that there's nobody in the house,
Right.
as opposed to the timeliness of trying to save people in that house. One of the things that you've mentioned to me is that it's usually not the fire that kills people, right?
It's the smoke. And you know, one of our mantras is, you know, we don't get the fire out, we get the family out. And that's really the first responder. That's what these products are for. Let the firemen do their job and put that fire out to save your property. But the most important thing, obviously, is human life. So let's get you out of the house as fast as you possibly can. And we do this with, as I said, eliminating those false nuisance alarms, they call them. So when you dismantle that kitchen alarm, you know, it's the least safe thing you can do.
So running a marketing agency, we see products and people and pitches and everything all the time. But one of the things that I really liked about Mark in this project was that when he said, hey, I've got something that I think is going to help save a lot of lives and the lives of first responders, one of the things that really impacted me was that you're very authentic and you're very,
Thank
he flat out said, listen, you guys are doing an IndieGoGo campaign, right?
Right, we're going to kick off, within the next month, we'll kick off an IndieGoGo campaign with our partners, Aero Electronics. We're Aero certified. They're the largest components distributor in the world, and they've chosen us to help with our campaign on IndieGoGo. And again, it's really designed to raise awareness, to get people talking about detectors and showing them this innovation that changes the way you're protected from fire.
Mark, what's this?
So this is a safer Christmas tree alarm. It's a pretty little ornament. It's to be heard, not seen. It's the same color as the tree. You hide it in the middle upper end of the tree. And then if there's a fire in that Christmas tree, we wirelessly communicate to that same remote alarm that we spoke about. So you're actually 3 times more likely to have a home fire during the Christmas season than you are any other time. It's the most dangerous time of year, and this gives you fire safety right at the source.
Let's talk about the logistics of it, though. When a tree goes up, I'd imagine it goes up pretty quick.
Christmas trees tend to go up like Christmas trees. So our signal is literally an instantaneous signal. The nanosecond that you experience a rate of rise in heat in that tree, our alarm goes out. So when this melts, which is probably in 2-3 seconds, we keep screaming. So we'll take a hit on margins if we can get more units out there, and that really that means the most to me. My CFO doesn't feel that way, but it's important that we get these units out, get the word out, show, and as I said, even if it just reminds you to change the batteries in the old detectors, that's enough to save your life. This is about saving lives.
Awesome. We will link up the campaign once it's live. Brother, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Next time you come back, I better get some whiskey for the whiskey wall, huh?
You got it.
But in the meantime, I think I'll take some of these.
Cool.
Awesome. Guys, thank you all for watching. Thanks for taking the 2 seconds it's going to take you to hit that share button, because every single time somebody sees this, and even if they just check to see if the batteries are in their smoke detector or put it back up after cooking, which I sometimes forget to do, we have an opportunity to save lives of not just the men and women who were in those homes and their families, but also our first responders. So thank you all so much for watching, for sharing. God bless America.